Alright, so I got my copy of SNK Heroines a day early, and I've been playing it for a little bit, and I just want to give a little quick first impressions, you know? First things first, I want to say I like the game, I'm enjoying it, but I do have a lot of criticisms with it. First off, not a lot to do. Arcade mode, versus survival, that's it. That's all you really have. There's not much else to do, just play online. So if you're someone who's not a big fan of online play or fighting games, take that in consideration before you buy this. Another grievance I have with this game is, if we go into training mode real quick so I can see the roster. The roster is mainly comprised of characters from KOF 14, ripped straight from that game, and just given new costumes. The only two new characters are Shermie and female Terry. And that's really it. It's basically a giant glorified costume pack and a much simpler game. Let's move on to, I guess, the game mechanics, what I think of those. Like I said, it's very simple. It's not going to be replacing KOF 14 anytime soon. And it's no KOF 15, but it's a fun little distraction. I enjoy it, but maybe that's because I like KOF, I like these characters. Maybe someone who's so much not into fighting games might not like this, but let's jump into training mode real quick so I can show off some things. Oh, you saw that? There are only like 5 stages in this game too, which is like, I would be okay. I keep bringing up the lack of like things in this game, and the reason I say this is because this game's being sold for $50. If this game was being sold for maybe like 30 or even 40, I would be okay with having this much content, but it just feels like there's nothing in this game for $50, you know? Anyway, the battle mechanics are super simplified, and it doesn't really play like KOF. There aren't multiple jumps, there's only a regular jump, and strangely enough, there's an air dash. I find that interesting. Also, there's a block button instead of holding back to block, which is something I don't like. There's also items that you can get on the field. You just like they're like little capsules that you break open. Although you can turn those off in the options. But if you want to play with items on, you can't use an arcade stick, because to use an item, you need to use the right analog stick. And unless you want to keep switching between left and right analog stick, the dip switch on your arcade stick, you're just not going to be able to use items, and that's going to leave you at a disadvantage. Even if 1, this game is played seriously in tournament, and 2, if the items are turned on at all. But I digress. Now, the battle system is very simple. You have your weak attack, you got your heavy attack. These are your weak attacks, this is your heavy attack. If you do a running heavy attack, you do a wall splat, much like a CD. There's also 1-button supers and 1-button inputs for special moves. So neutral special move for Terry is Power Wave, and forward plus special move is Burn Knuckle. Back plus special move is, I forget what his kick is called. Oh well, his kick. You probably heard it because you can hear the game audio, I can't hear it. And then his rising tackle is just down in special move. He doesn't have any air special moves though. Shermie does. Shermie has an air special move. There are grabs in this game. You have regular throws. And you have command grabs. You even have hit grabs. So that's the same. It's not super complex, and I don't see this being more of like a little fun thing you play with your friends every now and then. But for what it is, it's not bad. It's just that for the price they're asking, I don't think it's really worth it. Especially the Nintendo Switch version. I saw this video, apparently it runs really bad on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't know if there's going to be like a day 1 patch, or if the Switch even has day 1 patches. But take that into consideration. Don't buy it right away. See the performance of the game. I don't know if that video I saw was 100% true, but from what I've heard from people who played it at events on Switch, and that video that I saw, actually, you know what, I'll just link it in the description. It runs apparently at 30 FPS, it doesn't look great, and that's pretty embarrassing because this game is not graphic heavy. KOF 14 was not graphic heavy, and the only thing I can see being obnoxious in this game is all the particle effects, but even then, like, it should be able to get 60. And really, that's it. That's my first impressions. You could go, I'll go into customize real quick and show off some things in there. Customize is a little disappointing too. You have 3 costumes, each of which one is a default costume. You should pick someone else. It's kind of hard to show that off. Let's pick Athena. So Athena has, every character has their default outfit unlocked, and then their second outfit is just their outfit from KOF 14. And they all only have 4 colors. That's disappointing because after, I think, patch 1.10 or 2.0, they added, I think, 3 or 4 new colors to every character. So to only have 4 characters is 4 colors is very disappointing. For accessories, you can like get like headphones and like horns and a bunch of silly stuff. It's a lot like Tekken, really. Put stuff like face paint and like stuff on their back. Like give them a rocket pack or a clock. You can't really see it because of Athena. Look, she's got a turtle shell. She's like Master Roshi. Get the picture, but really what I've just shown you is everything the game has to offer. So if, again, you're not a die-hard fan of KOF or SNK or fighting games, and you just want to play the game to appreciate its artistic value, I think you're better off just watching YouTube videos of it. Oh, you could also change the voice, which is... I don't really get differences. I get she's talking in different inflections and voice tones, but I guess if I'd need to speak Japanese to really understand the difference. One that is cool, though, I'll point out, is that Shermie's third voice is the more serious one that's used for her Orochi form. Sadly, to my knowledge, Shermie does not have an Orochi form in this game, although I've only been playing for a couple hours, and most of that was just screwing around in training mode, so hey, maybe there's a secret unlockable characters, I don't know. I know Kokori's in the game. He's the final boss, and yeah, he just has his moves from 14. I don't know how you unlock him, but I just assume you can, because he didn't do any boss character things. He's probably the easiest SNK boss I've seen in my entire life. And yeah, that's SNK Heroines. I like the game. I have a lot of criticisms for it, but that's only because I feel like this game is going to attract a lot of people who don't normally play fighting games, who aren't normally familiar with SNK and KOF, so I just want to give people a heads up. But I like the game. I don't think it's going to replace 14, and yeah, that's really it.
Player 1 wins!